Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for joining me today on Fortune's Wheel Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the full moon in Libra period. Of course, full moons are a time of seeing our manifestations come to light. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Spirit and angel guides, keepers of the divine white light, keepers of the Akashic records, ascended masters. What are the messages for Sagittarius for this time, please? Messages for Sagittarius for this time, please. Thank you. Your first card out is the King of Keys. Your second card is the Three of Roses, Loving Elementals. Your third card is the Two of Scrolls, Two Worlds. And on the bottom of the deck, Sagittarius, the Five of Scrolls, Diversity. And of course, this card means exactly that at this time you should be diversifying. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Look around at all the options and consider all the options, your experiences, your job, your relationships. The more you can expand right now, the better. The first card for you, Sagittarius, the King of Keys. Of course, we can see this king riding in on his horse, returning in to his castle. This card represents a masculine energy, could be male or female. And this person is happy and at ease as they travel home. This is an entrepreneurial person with some authority. They're confident, astute, and perhaps overly focused on their work or career. They can be very thoughtful and helpful to you in business or financial matters, but they are more goal-oriented than people-oriented. So you may want to keep this in mind if this person turns out to be a love interest for you or another. Whether this represents you or another, be on the lookout for a major promotion or a heightening of income or some type of career achievement, Sagittarius. Careers in finance, real estate, and business are typical for the King of Keys, but management in any industry can be forthcoming. This may also be a good time for self-employment or for starting your own platform or for a masculine in your life. The Akashic force for this card says to close your eyes and feel yourself step into an important position of power and wealth. You become the King of Keys and you feel yourself straighten and lift with a new strength and authority. As you survey your world, decide which part of your life you would like to approach with a greater sense of rulership. The next card out for you is the Three of Roses, Loving Elementals. And you can see the little fairies and water sprites surrounding that little baby there. A lot of people don't believe in those types of nature spirits, but they do exist, this card says. Fairies and water sprites, they fill the air with expanding joy and happiness. They live in the elements of the earth, air, wind, and fire. And they're willing to share this guidance with you, Sagittarius. There's inspiration of the Akashic records in the natural world that they can share with you as well. And if you're like me, I enjoy being outside in nature, and I feel very grounded in doing so. And this card is telling you right now that joy will soon be increasing for you, and it encourages you to remember to have fun, Sagittarius, to bring more playfulness into your daily life. Let yourself sing and laugh. Call on these elementals to inspire you and help you to find more joy in your life. They are a font of upliftment and fun that can expand the joy in your life in great measure. The Akashic force for this card says to close your eyes and feel the air abuzz with the flight and dance of elementals all around you. Feel yourself smile in the happy lightness of being that they bring. Every time you take a moment to do this, you open your heart to joy. Definitely take time to do that more, Sagittarius. Have more fun. Enjoy yourself more. Try to laugh more. The final card for you from the Akashic Records Tarot, or Akashic Tarot deck, I should say, is the Two of Scrolls, Two Worlds. And you can see the monastery out the window. She has coin on the table that she has made from spinning. And this card is signifying that you may be feeling right now that you are in between two worlds, Sagittarius. There's a conflict in your life between what the outer world wants of you and how your own spirit is directing you. So this suggests that you may have actually had a number of past lives where you've wanted to focus on your spiritual growth, but because of, the secular world and, things that offered, love, and, you've gone back and forth between the two through many incarnations, is what this card suggests. You could have been completely on one side or the other, and in one life you may have been in a monastery or some type of religious sector, and then in the next, because you were missing the wonders that the secular world could offer, like love and family, you chose that exclusively in the next incarnation, and then you still didn't feel satisfied because of the spiritual focus that you've sought. And you feel like you've got to give up one potentially in order to have the other in this lifetime. And this is telling you that you are going to continue to feel this way until you bring your spiritual self to every moment of your personal life. And that means you have to integrate your eternal truths with your temporal reality, Sagittarius. If that is as simple as when you look in the mirror, seeing the divine within you. And I know how ridiculous that sounds to some of you. You're a fire sign, just like me. I'm an Aries, so I can speak to you this way. And no, we are just, it takes a little bit more for you to potentially go beneath the surface and see the divine being that is within you. And that's not an egotistical thing. It is the divine being that is within all of us. Most religions that teach compassion, in my opinion, teach that there is God within all of us. We are within God and God is within us. And so, without getting into a huge discussion about that, we are all part of something greater. And I see us as many, many parts of one larger part. And there is a divine being within you, the spirit that you house within your sacred earthly being. So honor that, because this is a time for you to replace your worry with trust. And you're being asked to actively give attention to your spirit, Sagittarius. Because who you are forever is who you are right now. And nothing will change that. Nothing will impede that power. So when you own it, self-realization in both worlds will be yours. I hope that made sense, and I'm sorry for rambling. The Akashic force for this card says to close your eyes and say to yourself, "The divine thrives in my daily world." Then see the God of your understanding stand beside you. See yourself walking through life in this great company, handling everything that comes your way. Because you've got the power, Sagittarius. You have the power of the divine within you. I'm going to pull a card for you now from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Thank you, Spirit, for those beautiful messages for Sagittarius from the Akashic Tarot. What is the message for Sagittarius from the Shaman's Dream Oracle, please? Shaman's Dream Oracle message for Sagittarius at this time. The number 63, Winter's Dream, gestation period. I'm going to keep these Akashic Tarot cards to the side. Excuse me, Sagittarius. Of course, this reduces to a 9. The winter's dream is a summons to go within. Your life force longs to turn inward, like the sap of trees returning to the roots. Cast your gaze toward the deep and hidden places in your heart. Come to rest again in the sanctuary and safety of your soul and be at peace, basking in your crystalline clarity in that quiet place. This is not hibernation. Do not fall asleep. Take your quiet, wakeful nature with you into stillness and know that you are replenishing your life force. Trust that the deeply buried seeds inside your soul, the ones you planted even before you were born, are stirring softly, ready to awaken with the spring. But do not try to rouse them early. Instead, surrender to the quiet of winter's dream. Winter's dream can lull you into a slumber where you can lose consciousness and become caught in a nightmare. Awaken and find that easy return to the wakefulness that brings you clarity. This is the time to set your priorities in order, yet not act on any of them. Allow the clarity and transparency that comes with winter's dream to permeate your heart and soul. The time for action will come later. Remember that all things are born of dreams, and your task is to wake up within the dream, to lucidly guide it to your chosen destination. So that to me says that you need to take some time, Sagittarius. You're being asked to take some time right now to just hibernate, and when you're ready, then you'll be able to wake up and guide the dream wherever you want it to go. I'm going to pull a card for you now from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Spirit and Angel Guides, what is the message for Sagittarius from the Work Your Light Oracle for this time, please? Work Your Light Oracle message for Sagittarius. Thank you. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? Again, I'm going to keep this Shaman's Dream Oracle message over to the side because these messages have been corresponding to each other quite heavily through these readings for the new moon, or full moon in Libra. This is an inquiry card. Mirror, who or what is triggering you, Sagittarius? The filter of our own experience is how we experience life 90% of the time. Through our own projections. When someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, we get triggered. Often it's an unconscious thing. People and situations can trigger our mirrors to reflect back to us what we believe to be true about life, the universe, and ourselves. Mirrors pointing to our shadow and our light. Mirrors revealing the parts of us that are yet to be accepted, witnessed, or loved. This card is guiding you to look closely at what experiences or people are currently triggering in you and what they could be mirroring back to you. When have you felt like this before? Could they be opportunities to heal something in you? Or are they shining a light on something that longs to be witnessed in you? This goes for the good and the bad. The good, those who we admire and we put on a pedestal, if we do not realize that we are attracted to them because we are like them, we need to cut them down in order to rise to their level. The bad, those we despise are envious of and put down. If we do not realize that they trigger something in us, then it is still yet to be healed, and we will remain hurt and wounded ourselves. The Work Your Light inquiry: who or what is triggering you? What is it in you that they are triggering? What is it in you that they are triggering? I cannot read, Sagittarius. Who or what is triggering you, and what is it in you that they are triggering? What part of you longs to be witnessed? That's a deep card, Sagittarius. I think many of us have been going through a dark night of the soul for a while. And I think that's just affecting us all in many ways, and many of us are coming out of this finally right now, and perhaps this is a situation that you've been in as well, Sagittarius. So, my thoughts and prayers go out to you for that right now. I know that can be a difficult time, but figuring out what is triggering us can help us to release those karmic bonds and what it is in you that you need to be witnessed. Just speaking that can release karmic patterns, and it can break those karmic bonds that may have been on you for potentially lifetimes, Sagittarius. I'm going to pull a card for you now from the Wild Offering Oracle. Spirit and angel guides, thank you for these beautiful messages for Sagittarius. What's the message from the Wild Offering Oracle, please? Thank you. Money. All my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my needs and is the source for all. I needn't cling to gain or fear loss. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. Beautiful cards for you, Sagittarius. As I said, this is a full moon in Libra reading, and the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards at this time suggest that we find a balance. Focusing on your own wants and needs is understandable, but you also need to look to others right now and find a balance between what you need versus what someone else may need. Walk a mile in their shoes, understand where they're coming from and why, and then take action. And that's the way of Libra. Equality, judgment, you see the scales there. If you've been through a worrying time regarding your health, Sagittarius, this reminds you to find the right people for help. And there's nothing wrong with getting a second, third, and even fourth opinion. Make up your own mind about your situation rather than being too influenced by others. The manifesting mindset right now is to remember that we're all co-creating. So getting other people on your side by being understanding is a win-win. A manifesting ritual right now for opening your heart is to add jasmine essential oil to your diffuser, and when you take time to meditate, call in Lakshmi, the magnificent Hindu goddess associated with love, abundance, and beauty, and ask her to open your heart and fill you with love, kindness, and gratitude. Your manifestation affirmation: there is love all around me. I am lovable. Remember that and say that to yourself daily, Sagittarius, multiple times a day. There is love all around me. I am lovable. I hope that you have enjoyed this full moon in Libra reading, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this reading, come back and see me again. I appreciate every view so much. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Love and light.